like just hearing the relationship that he had with Rihanna, I'm just like, holy shit! Like that was happening just before you walked on to concert, or that was like, you know what I mean? Like you have no idea.
Warning. This video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You guys know it's Kevin, and you guys also know Miss Stephanie over here.
Hello.
Welcome back. We're gonna be doing the video today on, I don't know, a lot of you guys, I don't think anyone actually remember the Chris Brown and Rihanna thing that happened a couple years back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you all know the side about what happened to Rihanna. She got beat up by him, right?
Yeah.
But no one actually knows Chris Brown's side. Have you heard how Chris Brown's side story?
Not necessarily, no.
Right? The media only kind of pushes out Chris Brown, like the abusive guy, but they never said why. Like, who knows what happened, right?
Yeah, who knows? But I guess basically what they're saying is just because, she hit him or started something didn't mean he had to beat her up.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Man.
So anyways, about to check that video. This is going to be Chris Brown's side of the story, all right?
Rihanna and Chris, when they first started dating, it was magical, and those two, they were kind of inseparable. You would hear about them being in the studio. You would hear, they're coming into the club together, and it was just an energy.
At that time in our career, being that young, being naive, gullible, but also just happy, just wanting to be everywhere. I mean, it was no other feeling like it. But with her, with Rhea, it was just like our power that we had at that age. It was it's dangerous, man. Like you could go anywhere. Like we couldn't go to a hotel and not have 1,000 fans outside waiting. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't go to any restaurant and just eat. Like real life rock stars at 16 and 17 years old.
Yeah.
It's dangerous because you could do whatever you want. I just think we were like the perfect, like, and bad combination. Like it was just good and bad together. It was just, I want to say maybe a year and a half into the relationship, Rihanna, I really was serious about it. Like, I was always goofy about everything else being a young kid, but maturity level I had in my beliefs of what I wanted with my girlfriend. You know what? I want to marry you, but I want before, we go any further, I just want to be able to be honest and be completely real with you about everything you've ever had a question about or a doubt about. Or she had asked me, like, right when we first started dating, hey, you ever mess with this person? And this person,
oh shit,
she worked for me at the time. And I said, nah, man, you know what it is. Just, I brushed it to the side. One, I didn't want her knowing my business. Two, I just didn't know who she would tell if I tell her what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So around like the 8th month or maybe like a little bit after that VMA performance, I just broke it to her. I said, hey, I want to marry you, but I want to be real with you.
Oh, shit.
I want to be honest with you and tell you, everything. This is what it is. Before we were together, me and this other girl did have sex. My trust totally was lost with her. You know what I'm saying? She hated me. Like after that, I tried everything.
Oh.
She didn't care. Like she just didn't trust me after that. From there, it just went down.
But the thing about it, he came out and he told her. Like he didn't let her find out. He kind of just told her. So what's her problem? What's her problem? That was you.
I guess it's because when she asked him the first time, he lied.
Yeah.
And then when he wanted to propose, he went and told her the truth, and she didn't like it because he lied.
Well, maybe just, like you said, he just didn't think it was, he wanted to do it on his terms, right? He didn't think it was, at first he wasn't thinking it was serious. Remember, that's what he said, he didn't think it was serious, so why should he know, like, his business? Mm-hmm. But then after this is further down the line, like after things started to get serious, he wanted to be honest with her after. Mm-hmm. So, like, clearly he didn't think that they will be together for that long. That's what I'm getting from here.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Because, it would be fights, it would be verbal fights, physical fights as well, mutual sides. And this is the first time I get to say anything. And like I said, I still love Rihanna, but I'm just going to be honest. We would fight each other. She would hit me, I would hit her. It never was okay. It was always a point to when we talk about it, like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I don't like that. I don't like you slapping me. If I go on stage, I got a scratch on my face, and I gotta explain it like, oh, no, I fell, or like, or like if you got a scar or whatever, or a bruise, you gotta put makeup on it. I feel like shit. Like I'm not ever trying to put my hands on any female. Me, I felt like a fucking monster. 7 years ago, what I was like,
I don't think you're a monster, Chris.
You know, the whole Rihanna incident happened. A lot of that.
Even after the whole thing, you still don't think so? You like him?
I like him.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe I've been a Chris Brown fan since like day one.
Yeah, so
the very beginning, I was just like,
you're always on his side.
Always on his side.
Yeah. So I guess this was, example for what to expect.
But I mean, stuff like this happens. It's not like it's just a Chris Brown and Rihanna scenario. Like this happens it's happening right now.
Yeah.
As we speak. So, I mean, and he was able to admit that he knew that their relationship was toxic.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she could agree with that as well. Right. And, nobody was innocent in that, scenario that they had. They were both abusing each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
All right, let's watch it.
That changed my life. And that night at that Clive Davis party, that I made sure the person that I was involved with before, I said, hey, you can't come around to these places. And the person comes in.
Oh, shit.
Comes right to the table and say, hey, what's up, y'all? And I already know it's an issue. So I say, hey, cool. And I keep it, and they keep it moving and leave. I look over at Rihanna and she's bawling. She's just crying. The ceremony about to start, she's just crying. And I'm like, oh, yo, please, babe, don't do this. Like, don't do this in here. Like, I didn't know. I promise. I swear to God, I didn't know. So she got over it. She started drinking a little bit. We both were drinking a little bit. And we was tipsy, laughing, joking, and then we left.
And Juan, just a few hours ago, we saw Chris Brown drive off. According to sources, the alleged fight broke out inside a Lamborghini that was located at Hancock Park.
As you know, young relationships, any relationship is based on trust. But because I told her that, she didn't trust me with anything. So I would give her the option of, oh, you can look at my phone. So I gave her the phone. She looks at the phone. There's a message and it says, kill the Grammys, do your thing. And I didn't read the rest of the message. I didn't open it.
Oh, shit.
I opened the message, and the rest of the message said, I'll see you at the Cloud party. So, off that, she thought I was lying. She starts going off. She throws the phone. I hate you, whatever. Starts hitting me. We're in a little Lamborghini. She's fighting me, and I'm like, look, I'm telling you the truth. I swear to God, I'm telling you the truth. Stop it. So then she hits me a couple more times, and I just kind of it doesn't go from translation to, let's sit down, I'm telling you the truth. It goes to, now I'm finna be mean and be evil, arguing. So then, I remember she tried to kick me. It's like just her just being upset. But then I really hit her, I with a closed fist, I punched her.
Jeez.
And it busted her lip. When I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, fuck, why the hell did I hit her? So from there, she just spit in my face, spit the blood in my face, and I'm like, yo, so it enraged me even more. It's a real on fight in a car. We driving in the street. So I'm like, yo, man, we tripping. What the fuck? What are we doing? She's trying to grab for my phone. I'm not giving her my phone to throw it out the window. So she grabs my nuts. When she do that, I bite her arm, I think. I'm driving, I'm still trying to drive. And it's just like a petty, stupid fight. And I'm just realizing it. I'm like, look, what the hell am I doing, bro? What are you, you honestly doing this in the car right now? What are we doing? So I pull over in Hancock Park, maybe less than 2-3 miles from my house. And I'm just trying to resolve the situation. I'm not trying to fight any further. I don't want to, I love her. I don't want to hurt my girlfriend. And so I pull over. I said, look, I'm telling you the truth, I'm crying.
Okay, so when you're watching that, he's saying, she was, I don't know if he's trying to defend himself. He came out like that. She took it wrong, and then she started hitting him. If you get what he's saying, and he didn't hit her. He was trying to tell her, nah. She refused. As a woman, do you think if you saw something like that, would you even bother listening to them at the time, or would you be? Because remember they were young too, right? Maybe now you probably would consider okay, maybe talk about it first. But as a young person back then, if your man, your boyfriend told you that, what will go through your head, especially after reading that kind of message?
I would think he's cheating.
All right. Would you give him the chance to explain it?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I would probably give him the chance, but then I'll just be like, yeah, I think you're lying.
Yeah, because he was a girl that he had sex with before, right? That was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just came out and recently told her about it. Like, yeah. And then now you're finding another text from that same girl, which your man saying, I didn't read the whole thing, but it's saying, see you later.
Yeah.
Like what would instantly go through your head? Like,
well, I think you're still sleeping with that person.
Yeah.
And that you lied. So
would you attack him for that? Do you think that's worthy to get attacked? You know, like box him up?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. A lot of girls do.
Yeah, but would you slap him up?
What do you mean?
You want to? Yeah.
I'd probably throw the phone.
Yeah.
Out of anger, maybe.
Yeah. Well, you won't give him the time to try to explain it because everything that comes out of this guy's mouth now is going to be considered a lie, right?
Well, yeah. I wouldn't believe anything he says.
Yeah, you're lying instantly.
Yeah.
All right.
And she's crying. Like, I'm telling you the truth. I swear to God, like, I didn't do it. I didn't know she was fucking coming. I didn't know. I promise. She just didn't believe me. Like, I just know you're lying to me. You're lying to me. She takes the keys out of the car. I'm in park. She takes the keys out of the car and throws fakes like she throws them out the window. I'm like, what are you doing? And I get out the car. When I get out the car, I'm looking for the keys in somebody's yard. And she yells out of her door, help, he's trying to kill me. We gonna get in trouble.
Jeez.
So I'm looking for the keys. She's sitting on the keys. I'm like, you know what? I can't play this game with you. So I'm getting my bags out of the car. She takes my CDs. This is back when I would record on CDs. You couldn't put it on your phone when you were sitting.
Yeah.
So I had new music. She was just scratching it up. I just seen her scratching it up with the keys. So I snatched the bag. I was like, you know what? You got the keys. You can drive home. By this time, her lip was busted. She had a knock because I pushed her head up against the window. You know, a lot of the times, like, I look back at that picture and I'm just like, yo, bro, like,
messed her up.
That's not me, bro. That's not me. Like, I hate it to this day. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna haunt me forever. I hated myself, you know? So I was thinking about suicide and everything else. So it's just like, fuck. But from there, I said, you know what, I'm gonna just take everything and like it's come my consequences, but my actions have to be dealt with. You know, I turn myself in the next day. Plead guilty.
Wow, like it's so weird to hear Chris Brown like this and not performing and stuff, because you kind of get to remember that he's human as well. Just because he's famous doesn't mean he doesn't deal with everyday life that we deal with.
Yeah.
Like just hearing the relationship that he had with Rihanna, I'm just like, holy shit, like that was happening just before you walked onto concert, or that was like, you know what I mean? Like you have no idea what they have been going through even before performing. And then some of us just look at them like they have like the perfect life because they're rich. And yeah.
They're just normal people as well at the end of the day, right? Just with more money than us.
And then he talked about suicide. I would have thought Chris Brown would think about that.
Right.
But I guess it would make sense since everyone till this day, 2023, still talks about what he did. And don't like him for that. So I feel like that's a little unjust, but I don't know. I've heard some other things about him too with other women, but
yeah. But like like from what I'm understanding, it seems like it's always, even though the girl's abusive, attacking him first.
It's always him.
It's always, no matter what, attacking them first. Like I know some guys who their women would attack them, and it's just stay quiet. But as soon as the guy attacks back or defends himself, the guy's in the wrong.
Yeah. So there's one thing I don't get is that, so the way I'm hearing this story is that they're both abusers.
Yeah.
So why is it that nobody's saying, oh, Rihanna, the abuser? Like,
no, it's just Chris Brown because he's the man. So it has to be her. Poor girl, poor Rihanna, right? In most cases, that's how it is, though. It's always poor woman, poor wife, or whoever it is. They always look at the guy first. Doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, I guess it's like the way it is. Like, obviously, men shouldn't be hitting a woman.
But I feel like a woman should not hit a man if you know the guy strongly.
Yeah, she shouldn't either. Like, I never said that they should. She shouldn't.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm like, why is she not called an abuser, but only Chris Brown is?
Yeah.
And then in 2023, he's still called that. But then 2023, Rihanna's just like, oh yeah, go girl, she's so whatever. But it's like, you know, Chris Brown has this skeleton that's out of the closet and is following him, and
no matter where he goes.
Yeah.
And Rihanna, like you said, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
He didn't argue. Didn't say, hey, now let me fight this case and take it to trial, and just say, hey, she fought me back. No, I'm not. That's not where my head was at, and that's not where it is now. I loved her.
So even there, like he took the blame. He didn't even bother trying to fight it. You hear what he said there.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he still loved her, but even though she was continuing to pursue the case, he didn't want her, to ruin her career. So I guess this is why it ties back to it. People are still following skeletons following around in 2023 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to protect her because I did too much stuff to her. Like I did what I did, so it was wrong. The hardest, person to say, like, I'll talk about it too, would be, I would say probably my father. You know what I'm saying? My father and my real father. I don't want to disappoint my father because he actually was there. For my mom, it was a little bit more closer to heart because I seen my mom deal with that, firsthand. Not from my father. My biological father, Clinton Maurice Brown, is a great man, but her significant other at the time.
Oh, remarried.
He was a monster and pure hatred, evil. Never hated somebody in my life. Like if I could kill him, I would. So I promised my mom one day. I said, look, Mom, if I know you tell me not to do like crazy shit and hang with these niggas and do what I do. I said, but when I get 15, I'm gonna kill him. Like I'm not playing. I'm not joking. I'm serious. I'm gonna take his life. So that's the kind of hatred this guy brings from and fear and stuff like that. So I'm terrified of this man. I would be at home. He blew his brains out when I was 6.
What?
But he didn't die. Like he shot himself in the head and he went blind. Shit.
I didn't know that.
Old, bro. Like, fuck? How does a kid deal with that shit?
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Being that he's physically impaired now, it frustrates him more, so he's in a depression. But he takes it out on his girl. This girl happens to be my mom. This is what I had to deal with. Like, I had to hear my mom get beat up every night. I had to pee on myself, like, scared to even get up and walk in the hallway because I didn't want to see her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So nobody knows that fear that they have to deal with. And then it transcends sometimes it's learned behavior. So me having to see my mom look at me through that light, like, I just saw him. That's who I saw. I saw him. I didn't see Chris. I seen that motherfucker. And so that's what ate at me a lot. That's what killed my soul a lot because I was the one thing I was running from.
Yeah.
The label or the name woman beater is something I always say to some. You know what I'm saying? It scares me because that I would place that judgment on somebody. So when people say it, I don't get mad at them. I'm more mad at myself because I feel like I am the reflection of what they're saying.
Jeez.
Oh, poor guy.
Poor Christ. All right. So after watching that, how do you feel like about the whole Rihanna and Chris Brown thing?
Okay, so I feel bad for Chris Brown.
Yeah.
I really do. Because I always feel like people deserve like a second chance.
Yeah. Depending
obviously on what it is that you've done, right? But I feel like in scenarios like that, people kind of should have just let it go, because there's a lot of people that are like that on a daily, and not even just like what happened between Chris and Rihanna, because there seemed like it was just a toxic relationship back and forth. So it's not like every girlfriend Chris Brown is with, he beats the shit out of her. Yeah. Right? Because there's men that are actually like abuser men, which are the ones where, let's say I don't wash the dishes and you come home and then you're going to beat me up because I didn't wash the dishes.
Just because you want.
Yeah. Like if I don't do a certain thing in the house, I'm going to get beat up. Yeah. So that's not how Chris Brown was. No, not at all. No. So I think it was a lot of immaturity and a lot of just not thinking
Yeah.
and heat of the moment
Yeah.
and saying things to each other, right? Aggravate each other. And then it happened.
I just don't like the way how media throws things right away instantly to the guy. That's what I don't like.
It's because, you know, the man has the muscles and the strength.
Yeah,
and
but still, I just don't like it. Why didn't they say they got into a fight? Because he had some marks as well too, right? It wasn't only her. So they could just say, oh, they got into a fight. Celebrity couple got into a fight, but right, they could just left it at that. But no, they made the narrative celebrity couple, Chris Brown
abused
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I don't understand, and I find they do that a lot in the West, especially. That happens a lot where the guy gets pretty much a short end of the stick. Everything. It's always the guy's fault.
Yeah.
Even though the woman could be beating the shit out of him and he just self-defense.
And and you know what? There actually are a lot of women who just abuse their boyfriend and he doesn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams